Hello everybody and welcome to week 11. This week we're moving on to our third week of media and what is probably the most interesting media, especially to each of you, which is social media. So social media is something that you all probably have somewhat of a grasp on, but there's so many areas of social media and it's changing so rapidly that hopefully you'll learn something new with this lesson rather than just the same stuff that you already know about social media. And to that end, although I discuss platforms a little bit and one of the activities relates to platforms, and your readings definitely do, but I also try to present the idea of what is it that drives people's interest in social media and organizational use of social media. So what is it that social media affords organizations to do? Things like reach, conversation, two-way communication, interactivity, creating like a repository for conversation. Those are things that kind of go above and beyond the specific platform used and really speak to the heart of why social media is so successful and so prevalent. And so hopefully that will provide you some new insight into both how and why organizations can use social media to communicate with stakeholders. So to that end, as always, there is a lesson for this week and a really interesting, in my opinion, Scott reading, as well as a discussion forum about how organizations, sorry, I'm looking at the Angel page, how organizations or how you have interacted with organizations via social media in the past. And then this week you have your choice. I put two activities up here. You only have to complete one. So the first is social media, friend or foe, and it's a podcast. It's a little bit dated, but still very applicable to what we're talking about why CEOs are sometimes hesitant to incorporate social media into their media platforms or to incorporate it correctly with like full interactivity. The other activity is learn about your platform, and that's just a little more you going and doing some outside research on your own about different platforms and writing about them. So check out the weekly folder for each of those. As always, we have our current event discussion leads. This week there are 3 to choose from. You can respond to 1, 2, or 3 of them. Remember, you do have to respond to 3 separate discussion leads, so that's 3 different people's discussion leads by the end of the semester as part of your own discussion lead grade. And if that doesn't make sense, come see me or see the syllabus or assignment sheet for more details. I think that is about it this week. So I got your media monitoring projects. They were due last night, March 22nd. So I'm pretty excited to dig into those. There are about 27 or 28 of you, so I would like to say that I will have them graded to you by next week, but the reality is it's probably going to be something like a week and a half to 2 weeks. I'll try to do a couple a day so that they can each get attention. Of course, I'll give you guys feedback using track changes. So you can really get your own share of the feedback. I want to take my time with them. So again, I would expect feedback anytime in the next 1 to 2 weeks on the papers that you handed in yesterday. Sometime I would say this week, but not today. I'm going to give you some time to get used to the week. I'm going to do an information video about the final project. I didn't want to send out too much detail about it before because just because information overload could be stressful, and there were other things that were due before it that were just as important. But now that we're getting towards the end of the semester and you've gotten your first big paper out of the way, you're probably going to start to think about your second big paper. So sometime in the next day or two, I will create an information video for you about that paper. As always, if you have any questions, you can come see me during my office hours, which are from 9 to 12 on Tuesday and 12:30 to 2:30 on Wednesday. I also now have office hours between 5 and 6 on Mondays. So any of those times will do. And you can also email me or we could set up a time to talk on the phone or Skype or any of those good things. So I look forward to hearing from you, to seeing your work in this week's folder, and I guess that's it. So have a great week.